Truth isn't trendy, it's eternal, positioning Israel doctrine as timeless and unshakable. I don't follow the crowd, I follow the covenant. Separates the movement from popular culture. The streets talk, I correct them. Asserts authority and credibility in debates. Israel doctrine, where facts cut deeper than feelings. Appeals to logic over emotion. If it's not scripture, it's just opinion. Keeps focus on the Bible as the foundation. I'm not here to be liked, I'm here to be right. Bold, confident tone that builds respect. This isn't religion, this is restoration. Shifts the brand from dogma to revival of truth.
Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrine School Manga. I'm your host, Carl Davis, and today's topic is Black Panthers versus ICE, the shocking truth no one's speaking about. So we're going to hear some audio, and we're going to get some things from the newspaper. This is my very first time speaking on this, but it's becoming a daily operation that I'm going to have to deal with over time because it's growing. And I've been telling the Black community forever that setting themselves up against the government, it was going to happen. I've been prophesying, telling it. We'll forecast channel him. I've been telling you that. So I'm somewhat behind, maybe a day or two behind. But I done started speaking on it. And y'all know how I do. When I start speaking, I start getting to the bottom of things. So Chairman Paul Burson is speaking. Now, he states he's the chairman of the Black Panther Party. I guess the Black Panther Party in Philly, or is all Black Panther chapters in every state down with this. I don't hear them speaking from every state or whatever, but this man has started a poop fight. So let's deal with that. Black Panthers only stand for Black people. I agree with him. That's somewhat a lie because being from Chicago and knowing about Fred Hampton, that him and all those people, they started Rainbow Push, which we know the LGBTQIA community has taken the rainbow and pushing what they pushing under the LGBTQIA plus. But being from Chicago and knowing that little brief history of Rainbow Push and Jesse Jackson and all that, I agree with him. And as Malcolm and Martin used to say, well, more Martin than Malcolm, that an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. If you let it go on with these people, don't worry, it'll be at your front door pretty soon too. But let's keep listening. So internationalism, all nationalities, that's what Rainbow Push stands for, right? So as you can see, the Black Panther Party has stood for all oppressed people, similar to one of their cubs, Tupac Shakur talking about uniting with all the lost tribes of the world and everything. They stood for oppressed people. Now, is that the LGBTQIA community? Because their advocates and speakers have been trying to get the Black Panther to be a part of that. They didn't even got the Bloods and White 100 to be a part of the LGBTQIA stuff. As y'all know, I've been out here reporting in these streets forever. I done seen it all, been in the midst of it all. Got to arguing and fighting with Professor Griff when that dude shot them Dallas police, and it all was going back to the conscious community and Sonetta and his cousin trying to radicalize the community and all of that. Believe me, people, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, but let's keep listening. So what he's doing is he's relating to the old Black Panthers. The leadership has been gone for a while. The last chairman that I knew was Hassan Nzinga. He died a few years back, and I haven't heard nothing about the Panthers since. I even called him about the problem I've been having in the community and stuff. And he told me I couldn't do nothing about it. And that he wasn't going to do nothing about it. But that's the last I heard of the Black Panther Party. But numerous of Black Panther Party members have tried to take my life in the past 8 years. Layla Wills tried to get me locked up in Cook County, get me murdered. The brother from Philadelphia who's friends with the Mighty Hebrew, I forget his name. I have it for you next time. He was hooking up with a Arab. He was on camera talking about shooting me, killing me, and different stuff. So the Black Panthers, I ain't a big friend of friend of them. I don't too much trust because they done tried to murder me and kill me. Because far as I know, the old Black Panther Party was an atheist party. I'm not an atheist. I'm one that believes in God. And like I said, old Panther members have tried to kill me because I've been just as active in the community as the Black Panther Party. I'm part of the people that they said power to the people. But I don't even know where to go with this, people. After this, we're gonna deal with some newspaper readings and stuff, and I'll get back to it later. All power to the people. And there's more than Black people on this planet, people. Now we're going to read an article, and Fred Hampton Jr. is speaking in this article. We're going to have a computer read it. He's speaking. It's by the Black Westchester site.
Fred Hampton Jr., the son of slain Black Panther leader Chairman Fred Hampton, carries a direct historical lineage to the original Black Panther Party through bloodline, lived experience, and continued political work. As a longtime activist and organizer associated with the Prisoners of Conscience Committee and the Black Panther Party Cubs, Hampton Jr. has consistently emphasized discipline, political education, and community accountability over symbolism or spectacle. His work has focused on preserving the historical integrity of the Panther legacy while addressing state violence, political imprisonment, and systemic injustice through organized, structured activism. That lineage matters because the Black Panther Party was never an aesthetic or loose identity, it was a disciplined political movement. When the Panther name is invoked without clear authorization or continuity from those directly connected to that legacy, it raises serious questions about legitimacy, responsibility, and historical accuracy.
So, as you can see, this is something that the chairman that you just heard speak having brought to question now. Everybody questioning. What the leadership, what the people with Paul Burson, that's his name, Chairman Paul Burson. Because it's people out here saying, oh, he worked with the government, this and that. Well, who's to say the Panthers that's behind them not working with the government and going against those that set the foundation? No one knows much about the Black Panther Party, like I said, since Hussein Nzinga. And why is that? Because they haven't been disciplined. They haven't did the things that they have supposed to do. Now, like I said, I know Black Panthers. I know Black Panthers from Chicago. I know people Layla Wills know, but hey, we got to get into all my politics with this stuff because I still got some stuff I got to deal with. But yes, the Black Panther Party is very questionable to me. Now, I haven't heard Donald Trump speak on it, but I'm searching YouTube for that audio because what it's doing is taking an old arm of the Black community and setting them against ICE, which is setting the Black community against ICE. So don't think that they ain't trying to reel y'all into this whole Hispanic blah, blah, blah stuff. They're going to get you there one way or another. You're going to be in the midst of it. You might as well prepare. That's why I was trying to tell Black Hebrew Israelites years ago, y'all need to drop that terminology. Because when Black people get into it, and this and that, and they do that Black identity extremist thing and stuff, because you're Black, you're being extreme about your point of views and stuff, are they going to come knocking on your door because you're a Black Hebrew Israelite? I don't care if you don't put Black in front of it. You're a Hebrew Israelite. And you're Black. You're a Black Hebrew Israelite, literally. So you're in the battle. Me, I'm an Israelite Christian. I'm not in the battle, but I'm a very active Israelite Christian. I am in the battle. So I've been fighting the Black Hebrew Israelites, the Black Muslims, the Black conscious community, the Black this, the Black, all the ignorant Black people in our community that hate God, that's atheists, that hate Christians, that hate this and hate that. I am what they hate. Not ashamed of it. Still out here doing what I'm supposed to do. And ain't no fathers and mothers of Israel doctrine. Ain't no fathers and mothers of the Israel of God that makes multitude to church. We have no affiliations with none of that. All of it's brand new. All of it came from my mental capacity and stuff. Ain't no fathers and mothers to the YouTube street. I'm the fathers of this YouTube street thing. I started this. I popularized it. So now let's get to the newspaper articles and stuff. So now we got Let's see, we got 5 of them. I'm also gonna let the computer read this.
1. Armed Black Panther Party presence at anti-ICE protests. Members of a group calling itself the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense appeared publicly at an anti-ICE demonstration in Philadelphia following the fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good by an ICE agent in Minneapolis. They were seen carrying firearms, saying their presence was to protect the public amid rising tensions.
So that's Black Info something, BIN. That audio that you just heard. This right here is Black Enterprise.
2. Black Panther statements on ICE confrontations. The Philadelphia Panthers claimed that if they had been in Minneapolis during the shooting incident, no one would have been touched. Their rhetoric emphasizes armed defense against perceived state violence.
So armed defense. So if they and they out there doing stuff, it's an armed protest. I don't care what the protesters say. If gunshots start happening, everybody gets shot, with or without a gun.
2. Black Panther statements on ICE confrontations. The Philadelphia Panthers claimed that if they had been in Minneapolis during the shooting,
Copy the same thing and let me get it off. Okay. Put a new copy up there. We at 3. We did 2.
3. Contention over group identity and legitimacy. Commentary from multiple outlets notes the original Black Panther Party, 1960S70S, no longer exists as a national organization, and some observers question the legitimacy or motives of the contemporary group using the name. The Philadelphia chapter's chairman, Paul Birdsong, has publicly invited the community to learn more after scrutiny about who they are and what they represent.
So now he's doing it. You're supposed to be doing it. If you're gonna raise up an organization, that's where the discipline kick in there. That's why I also say about the Black Hebrew Israelites, they ain't got discipline because the man that came up with the term never told them what the term was about. I came up with terms and I'm using terms and I tell you what the term's about. I say I'm an Israelite Christian. It's not a theological term or nothing. It's the fact that I'm an Israelite and I believe in Jesus Christ. That's called a Christian. So I'm an Israelite Christian. Now, we didn't have government agents and stuff try to theologically discuss it and stuff, but they ignorant and don't know what I'm saying. But I know what I'm saying.
4. Varied public reaction. Some community members and commentators celebrate the resurgence, viewing it as standing up to federal enforcement. Others, including descendants of original party founders, express concern or criticism about the use of the Panther name and rhetoric.
Panther name and rhetoric. So we got one more, and then we're gonna be closing out, people. That was the root. This is AGC, whoever that is.
5. Broader context, anti-ICE protests nationwide. While not always directly tied to the Black Panther Party, nationwide protests against ICE have been widespread following controversial enforcement actions, especially after the Minneapolis incident. Thousands marched in cities like Minneapolis, Atlanta, and others, chanting against ICE and demanding oversight and accountability. Many protests were peaceful, but some saw clashes with police and arrests as tensions about immigration enforcement grew.
So as you can see, it's getting very tense in America. This has been one of the biggest winters ever to deal with this type of stuff. It's a bunch of national stuff going on. The YouTube streets is on fire. I've been somewhat out of the mix. My computer been acting up, doing different stuff, but I'm back in the mix, people. Long as the power stay on and my internet is on, I'm on. And I will be broadcasting 3 or 4 times a day. So hit that notification bell if you want to tune in to what I'll be saying and what I'll be putting out there. We're going to get back to the 5K1 in the Murder Doctrine series, bringing all of those things to you in 2026. So like I said, hit that notification bell. With that, peace, I'm out.